So ridiculous, it's totally unbelievable.
So, Ron, go ahead. Tell me about the, go ahead. Sugar, or would you like to talk to me about
First,
the
I'm
coffee?
talking about the coffee, period. You see, whether I equate it with the coffee or the sugar, what I am equating is this. Tracy, can the possibility exist? That's all I'm asking.
Why would there be a
Tracy, I'm asking you a
ability
question.
exist on anything? I just simply asked
Tracy,
question,
Tracy,
Ron.
lovely woman. We can sing together, but we ain't talking together. You didn't say what you had to say. You made your
Go
point
ahead,
very
Ron.
clear.
Please, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Go ahead.
Now, with that being said, Tracy, and the possibility exists that you might have this here, and I just got finished telling you, I said, Tracy, I remember when you bagged this with this, and I made coffee out of it once, and you made coffee out of it 3 times, including the last time, which was yesterday morning. The possibility exists that you might have thought it was still full, because you said,
No, I don't think, Ron.
okay, so wait a minute.
When
let
I
me
do
ask you a
some
question,
things
let me ask
that's
you
a ritual habit,
let me finish.
I monitor
Tracy,
it
of
because
all my
I
life,
have to
Tracy,
monitor.
Tracy, you have to monitor everything too, but listen what I'm trying to express to you.
Go ahead, Ron.
You're telling me that yesterday morning, before you made coffee,
Watch
this was
2
full.
scoops. One.
One.
Shit.
That's not 2 scoops.
Yes, it is.
That's less than 2 scoops.
That was 2 full scoops,
You see,
Ron.
when I make coffee,
Well, watch this.
these are my scoops.
That's not a scoop, Ron.
That's what I make when I make coffee.
So then why didn't you simply say,
Oh no, Tracy, because you said, Tracy.
no,
You said,
come up with
Tracy,
some fucking sugar.
Tracy, you
and
wasn't,
I'm-
listen here, because the
No,
conversation was the same.
No, it
The
was not.
conversation was the same
The
because-
coffee is the coffee, and the
coffee-
sugar is
and you
the
still
sugar.
gonna sit there and say, you know what you're saying? Ron, you either drop the coffee or...
All you had to do was speak the fucking truth.
It's not true.
No,
Tracy,
Ron.
Tracy,
See, that's
I
what,
just
and
got
then you
something.
want to play
Tracy!
with my mind.
Anybody trying to paint your damn mind? I keep
Ron,
telling you that, Tracy.
No,
I don't do
first
that.
of all, that's not a scoop, Ron.
Tracy.
Let's get real.
Let's get rid of that.
And if you lose it like that in 3 days, then you lose half the coffee.
Tracy, let me ask you something.
You couldn't just simply say,
Tracy,
I used the coffee.
Tracy, I told you I made coffee. I didn't say how much, I said I made coffee.
So in other words,
And I said,
Ron,
what 2 scoops? I said, that's not 2 scoops. That's not the person who's trying to hide the fuck something.
no, that's not being truthful.
Oh,
and then
God.
you sit there and then you look at me.
Still trying to equate that.
Ron, that's not a scoop. That's way over a
She's
scoop.
still trying to equate that. to-
No, Ron, you're full of shit.
Yeah, so am I, so are you.
Okay? That's not a scoop of
Okay,
coffee.
so Tracy, trace this out. I'm still gonna go back to what I was trying to say before.
And then you're gonna sit there and make me look like I'm losing my fucking mind.
Tracy.
Playing mind games.
God, Tracy.
One thing that has nothing to do with the other.
Tracy, shut the hell up.
No, you need to go lay that down.
When you need to calm the fuck down now.
I
Stop
can't.
being for cursing.
I can't calm the fuck down because I got somebody trying to always play
Tracy,
mind
hello.
fucking games with me.
Tracy, your mouth running 24/7 if it didn't have the rest to eat or talk. Now, let me try this again. One more time in the face of my own destruction. Tracy, stop phoning on me that I'm trying to mess with you that way.
You
I
are.
don't do that.
You are, Ron.
So I'm that kind of person. I'm messing with your mental health.
Yes, Ron. You've been doing it for too long.
I'm done talking
Yeah,
to you
Ron.
right now. But I can't.
You are. You're doing it too long. That's been your excuse when somebody try to say something to you. You fucking run away. You can't face your own fucking truth.
No, but I can't.
You
Tracy.
just
Tracy,
did it.
Tracy, I
That's
told you
not
that was
a scoop.
But Tracy, whoop-whoopie-doo is not a scoop. I'm sorry. I really
So
am.
all you had to do was say,
Whoop-whoopie-doo,
Ron,
Tracy.
no,
Whoop-whoopie-doo,
Ron.
Tracy. You ready to go way off the
Whoop-whoopie-doo.
deep end and say,
You
hey.
damn fucking right.
You damn
Get the
fucking
fuck away from me.
Because you know what you're making me
Ron.
out to be? You know what you're
Ron,
getting ready to say?
no. When I have to
Oh, that's
watch
on
this
plug, by the way.
crazy
Did
shit,
you pull it out?
no, I stuck it in.
Well, stick it in then.
Because you playing mind fucking games. All you had to
Tracy,
do,
I don't even have the
Ron.
capability of messing with your mind.
Yes, the
way
fuck you
beyond
tried
me.
to, Ron.
Tracy, you way beyond
Listen
me.
to what you just told
Tracy.
Will. I said, Will, the coffee and the sugar is 2 different subjects.
Yes. And I had to separate and say, wow,
Okay?
you know, she's
No. You're still talking to Will about the fucking sugar, not the fucking coffee.
Now, you see, over here, that's all she picked out. I sat there on the couch and I Tracy.
Ron, that's playing with somebody's mind.
That's all not.
Could lousy make a simple statement. Yeah, I took the coffee. I used too much.
Tracy, guess what? I was too busy trying to defend myself from your accusation.
No, it ain't no fucking defense.
Yes, it is. But you know why it's a defense? Because you know what the first thing you said was?
Ron, I said...
Listen to you. God, I ain't tired of listening to you right now. You need to
Ron,
listen.
you need to go lay that down.
I'm up now, thanks to you.
Well, go back to sleep.
I can't.
Well, you ought to.
I'm not.
Screw you. You're going to sit there and
Boy,
make
that would be awesome. Thank you.
You probably could do a better job than I could.
Nah, excuse me. I like my door closed unless you plan on staying over
Lock my
here.
door.
Yeah, you can. Screw you. Yeah, screw you too.
Don't play with me like that.
Don't
So
play with me either.
you waking up with the wrong person.
Well,
like
you
that.
did. 'Cause I heard you.
No, Ron, that's wrong.
God, I can't. Why is that?
In one fucking day.
Why is that you can just yin 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 and nobody can
Because
talk?
Ron, let me tell
Tracy,
you something.
let me tell you
I
something.
wake up early
Tracy,
in the
Tracy,
morning
Tracy.
and I am very managed. I'm very structured. I have a certain
Tracy,
routine.
you wake up in the morning too with something else this morning. You forgot what you talked about last night. Did you? Or am I messing with your mind again? You're so much
I don't even
confused
fucking care. How about that?
How about you gonna care? Tracy. You're a sweetheart person and I love you to death. You're a beautiful person. But your mouth is nasty and sometimes your attitude goes wrong with it in pairs.
Ron,
And I
I don't
can
have a
appreciate
nasty attitude
Tracy,
and
let
I
me finish.
don't.
Let me finish.
You're playing
Let
with
me
my
finish.
mind.
Finish. I'm gonna try this again. I'm not playing with your fucking mind. I won't do that because it's dangerous for me as much as it is for you.
No, it isn't.
Understand it.
You get off like
do
that.
you know what it's like to be in battle? Do you know what it's like to
Ron,
have somebody shoot at you?
And do
you
you
don't
know
see
what
the
it's like
face?
for people to
So
drug
Tracy,
you
so
up,
Tracy,
put you in restraint,
understand what I'm saying?
okay, and try to
So
control
Tracy,
your
so
fucking
Tracy,
mind?
So try this.
Wow,
Try this, Tracy.
PTSD and
Try
look,
TST,
mental
Tracy.
trauma looks the
Tracy.
same damn way.
Okay,
Really?
so with that being said, calm yourself and shut your mouth for a minute and listen. Your ears work too.
I hope so.
My point is this, Tracy. I have neither the inclination nor the desire, no matter what you say out of your face when it comes to that, to mess with that, because that's dangerous for me and dangerous for you. Because we both know what we are capable of. Do you honestly and truthfully think, let me see how much I can pick at Tracy's mind today. Just
Yes,
like
you do.
I
And
don't.
you get off like that.
Tracy, I don't. Know what I get off on? You leaving me alone and start coming with me with stuff that's not productive.
Ron, that's why
That's
the
what I
word
get
called divorce. You could have separated that.
Tracy,
You didn't have to
Tracy,
be bothered with that.
Tracy.
You could have got up that a long time.
See how far
But
you
you's a
went?
greedy ass.
See how far you went? Yeah, I'm greedy for my wife.
No, you ain't.
Don't like it,
No,
love it.
you don't like it, Ron.
You don't like it, love it.
No,
Okay?
you like
You don't like it, love
this
it.
tension.
I must be.
Let me
I
tell you
must be
why
the
you
most-
like
I must be the
it.
most
Because
evil
you're the
person in world.
motherfucker who sits there, and I said to you, I said,
I'm a
Ron,
motherfucker. Tracy,
Ron,
my name is Ron.
you
my
like-
name is Linus, or you can even call me Barry, but my name is not
I know your name
motherfucker.
is Barry, because you
Okay,
can't look. You go
okay,
into an
'cause I don't
identity
call-
crisis.
I don't
So
call
you don't
you
even know
anything.
which one of you go stealing shit. All right, I got that. I got it.
Stop it, man.
No, Ron,
'Cause that's
you
crazy.
do it. You see, I don't like waking up with dumb
You
shit.
woke up this morning like this. Let me see how
No,
you
I
woke up.
did not.
Stop. You woke up, you went to the bathroom.
I'm supposed to go to the bathroom, didn't you?
Excuse
You
me.
got up and
Excuse
went to the bathroom
That's
and
full
stuck
time.
and
That's a damn
complaining.
shame. That's a yes.
No, you woke up
Tracy, stop it.
going to the bathroom, Ron, with an issue yourself. I couldn't go to the bathroom. It took too long to come out. You see, that's what I want to do. I just want to piss it out. I said, Ron,
Tracy,
why
you
don't
said
you
that.
go? I said that to
Tracy,
you.
Tracy. You know what you said to me this morning? Let's keep it 100, a buck.
Go ahead,
I know
Ron.
what I said. I
Go
said
ahead,
I'm
Ron.
tired. I said going to the bathroom, spending 5 minutes is like torture. You said, Ron, maybe you need to talk to your doctor about
Damn
this.
Skippy,
I
I
said,
did.
okay, I will. Then you asked me about something else you added with that, about my condition. about the operation. I said, well, he will not do the operation until I see my pulmonary doctor. That was the gist of that conversation. Me going to the bathroom 3 times pissed me off.
And you got up again, right?
Yes, Tracy, and that's torture. That
And
bothers me. I just can't go and pee like
normal people.
when you went up and got you went and just came out like the ocean. And I said, damn, I wish I could do that. So I remember the conversation. But Tracy, yes,
did I also like
slow down? You couldn't slow down. You didn't slow down.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, because you came with me like,
Ron,
I remember just like this.
No, Ron, I didn't.
Let me tell you how it was.
Ron, that's the whole thing. Your timing is no different than mine. 2 people who screwed up with time, okay? And you don't want to admit it. You even have a hearing problem.
I do. I told you that.
No, Ron,
Tracy,
you may say it, but
Tracy,
you don't believe when you get in the midst of
Tracy,
it that you have these problems.
Tracy, when you have jet blast engines in your ear for 18 months, you do lose hearing. And you hear bombs.
And I asked you.
And you hear
I said,
grenades.
Ron,
Boom.
do you have problems with your ear?
Yes.
No, in the beginning you wouldn't say that.
Because
I said,
my pride
Ron,
and my arrogance would not let me do that.
well, Ron,
yes.
that's your pride and that's your shit. And I keep trying to tell you,
Stop
Ron.
being so hateful. It's all right.
This is not no hateful moment, Ron.
Yes, it is.
Ron, this is a problem. Because when somebody's trying to help you,
Help me by
Ron,
Tracy. If I could
you need to admit you have these problems. You wait till a whole year after it. Oh, yeah, I got a problem with that.
Go. Oh, God.
Yes, because that's what you just did, and you do it again and again.
That's what I did.
Okay? So I'm trying to be nice.
Nice?
I said,
By
yeah,
still
this is
coming
nice.
to me like this?
Ron, this is nice. Ron, I realize
Do you?
I sound like your daughter.
No, you don't talk about you. What you sound like?
I sound like, no, Ron,
You know
because
what you
I
sound
said
like?
to
You don't
you,
sound
I
like
feel
my daughter.
sorry for you.
Don't be sorry.
I
for
can't
me.
even believe that I have come to this conclusion, and I said to you, right, I don't even think I want to keep going on like this. I feel bad.
Why?
Because you chose a wife that sounds worse than your daughter.
No,
Okay?
now you're getting it there. Go
No,
ahead,
Ron,
continue.
this is this is a bad decision
You know
on
what?
you.
You know what?
And because
You know
you
what,
couldn't
Tracy,
speak the truth.
Tracy.
No.
I'm gonna leave you alone right now. I got you.
Yeah, I know you're gonna leave me alone because you know this is hurting, that's hurting.
Tracy.
When I came to you,
Tracy.
Ron, I didn't come to you like
beautiful
this.
woman. Beautiful woman.
No, Ron,
Beautiful
you
woman.
get sick with your bullshit.
No, you know what I'm
And then
getting
you
sick
go.
of? You know what I'm getting sick
So
of?
go ahead, Ron.
You know what I'm getting sick of?
Go.
Let me tell you what I'm
Go.
getting sick of.
No, Ron, I'm
Listen,
sick that you waited a
Tracy,
whole damn
Tracy,
year to
that's
come
all
up
you can
with
come
shit.
up with is that over and over again.
No,
You know
because
what
you keep coming up with dumb
Tracy,
shit.
You know what I'm sick of?
First, you come up with
Tracy.
after we get married.
Tracy,
Okay.
hello.
Okay.
Tracy,
Wait.
Tracy,
6
Tracy,
months after
Tracy,
you fucking
Tracy,
cheated,
Tracy,
you couldn't even come to me
Tracy,
straightforward
Tracy,
and say I cheated
bringing
on
this
you.
up again doesn't change the fact of what I did. It's just
Why you
validating
doing it again?
Just to be angry at me. and
No,
continue to be angry.
this is not a validation at
Tracy,
all, right?
yes, it is.
This is what you call a living nightmare.
Then the
Because
nightmare
you
must
want to know
stop.
something?
Nightmare
No,
must stop.
it's not going to stop.
Yes, it
Because
is.
you just did it again with the earplugs. I said, Ron, did you ever have
Earplugs?
problems? I said to you,
Earplugs? How
Wow.
do earplugs get into the conversation, Tracy?
just like coffee and steak does.
Coffee and steak. Now we got coffee and steak.
Yeah, coffee, steak, and sugar cake. Yeah.
And sugar cake.
And a whole lot
And
more.
a whole lot more.
The
Whatever.
problem is,
The problem
Ron,
is this, Tracy.
Ron,
woke
you
up
don't
this-
hear.
Now
And then
you
when
do.
now and then you hear, you do what you want to do. And then you come to me after the fact.
Oh, boy.
And when I ask you these things in the beginning, you don't hear me, you don't see me, you make me fucking invisible.
God. Yes,
And then when I confront you, oh, I'm getting sick. Oh,
There was
my
a woman-
surgery. You see, if you was listening to all those things with the earplugs
You
and
know,
everything, you
how
could be
did
going through
earplugs
this.
come
Because,
up with
you
this?
see, I've been hearing, really? That's not what you said when we got
Tracy,
married. That's
you know
not
what?
what you said after you fucking cheated. That's not what you
Oh,
said.
please
When I
continue.
asked you,
Please
right,
continue.
what the
Yes.
fuck happened to
Yes,
the
yes.
backwood? Ron, why is my shit walking out the fucking
continue.
door?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Because this is the truth coming out. Go ahead, Tracy.
That's Ron.
And
That's
guess what you
you.
did this morning? Now we're going to come to the present.
We don't know how to come to the present.
Excuse me.
You see, that's the issue.
Excuse me for a second. Excuse me.
Oh, I thought you was going to the bathroom.
No, excuse me, Tracy. Here's the deal. She goes to the bathroom.
No, you go to the bathroom. I was still asleep. Can you get that straight?
Tracy goes to the bathroom.
No, Ron, talk about
And
it
then
for what it
Tracy
is.
comes, then Tracy comes
You
out here.
went to the bathroom
Listen to her,
first.
listen to her. She comes out here.
No, ain't no she. Listen to it, she.
Tracy comes out here.
No,
Then
Ron.
she goes to the coffee.
You don't
Then she
realize
says,
how bad it is when you get up. If I have a problem with sleep deprivation, you're waking up and you're talking.
You do
I
that.
Ron?
Tracy, what I'm saying, what you said was, I said, oh my God. Here we go. She said, I don't believe this. I'm saying, oh shit, what the hell is going on now? It's worse than walking around on eggshells. And then when I heard you again, I said, oh my God. And that's when I said, what, Tracy? And the voice that I heard that came out of your face was not Tracy's.
Right, now you want to play like I'm psychotic and
No,
possessed.
because you were
just
angry.
went there.
You were angry.
It's not my voice I
Tracy,
heard.
Do you
It
hear?
was somebody else's
Do you
voice.
hear yourself sometimes you angry, especially when you're talking to me? Since I'm the worst thing that's out.
Yeah, there you go again, Ron. Keep your negative shit to your negative ass.
I wish you
How
would
about
do the
that?
same thing, but you
Ron,
don't.
I do.
Really?
I can sit there and say, okay, this is bothering me. I don't like this here. And no matter what I articulate,
You were such a.
I can
You were
articulate.
such a.
You hurt my feelings.
That's why I
You
said-
lie. You
That's
steal. And worst
Here
of
we
all,
go again.
yes, Ron.
One day you're gonna.
What
show
the
me
fuck happened to the backwood? How about that?
something. Wow, Tracy.
What happened
We
to
gonna
the
relive
damn
that
tree?
one again. We're gonna relive that again.
Relive
Let's
it?
go over it again.
Why is my
Wow.
shit walking out
Your
the
shit.
fucking door?
And I'm the only one.
Materialistic things grow feet around here.
Ain't it
And
something
you
else?
want to tell me, yes,
Ain't it
Ron,
something else?
your shit
Wow.
don't go.
I wish it would, and maybe you shut up about it.
No, I can't. Because let me tell you something.
Tracy, I'm trying
I
to tell you.
maintain
I did not wake
the
up this
things
morning
I
for
have.
this to go
I
back
brought
over
the
and
stuff
live
over
this
here,
over and over again.
watching out for you.
Watching out
I
for
said,
me.
Ron, you want to know something? If somebody really did try to care for you.
Care for me,
Okay.
Tracy? You know
Ron,
what?
you don't even look
Tracy,
at you right
know what?
now.
You know what, Tracy?
I
You know
feel
what
sorry
do?
for you.
I do
Because you
too.
want to know something, no matter who cares for you or try to do or work with you.
Work with
You
me, Tracy.
keep coming up with some, excuse me, you come up with bullshit.
Work with Tracy. You work with me.
Momentary psychological bullshit.
Word, Tracy.
You get what you want and then you got a whole different attitude.
Really? Am I getting
Oh.
what I want now?
Ron,
You know
you
what I
can't
want
face
now?
shit.
You know what I want
And I'm
now?
getting tired of it,
So am I, Tracy.
okay?
I'm getting exhausted of it.
1 second, we're together, then you don't know
I would
what
be the one to
everything is.
change it.
I.
You woke up this morning in a beautiful mood and you came out here.
Right, I sure
Yes.
was,
And
Ron.
look at us now. And I did that.
Ron,
I did that.
Ron,
Thought you would
Why?
answer that one.
oh, you want me to answer it?
You
You really want me to fucking answer it?
I want you to shut the hell up and drink your coffee. Damn.
No, I want you to get your damn act together.
I want you to
This
get
is
on
a
that.
roller coaster ride in hell.
Yes, it is. And guess what? Guess
You're
who's driving right
projecting
now?
it.
Guess who's driving now? It ain't me.
You're projecting it.
Yes, I have.
Let me
done
tell you
my
why
part.
you projected
Why
it,
I
Ron.
projected
Because
something.
everyone, first, when you sit there and it's your
Let me go
shit,
there. She can do all the pointing she wants. but I
right?
can't.
Because you look, I point and you slam. And you
Slam?
wanna
What
know-
did I
yeah.
slam lately?
Oh, really, Ron?
What did I slam
I'm
lately?
tired of you fucking gripping me up with your little silent corner. Oh, I didn't do that.
Gripping you up,
Here
Tracy?
you go. This is you, Ron.
Show me, Tracy, where I gripped you up recently. Please do. Please
Ron?
show me where I gripped you up, Tracy.
Ron?
Oh, and I went like this and I picked you up.
You know, oh, that's right, because
That's
you
your
so
fault.
look, you
That's
getting a
your
little
fault.
motherfucking
That's
cautious because you want to know something. Your ass is fucking afraid of somebody. Look, you leaving imprints on my damn ass. You're the ass
Boy,
fucking
I'm
scared to go
really
to
that
jail.
petty. I'm
But you
really
want to
that
know
petty.
something,
I'm
Ron?
really
That was
petty.
not never,
That really
ever
was my petty.
my idea.
Tracy, I'm
Because
really
I
that
loved
petty.
you so much, right? I didn't fucking care about that.
Tracy,
And I made it and diffused it.
thank you, Tracy.
Because you want to know something,
Tracy,
Ron?
not putting
Whether
me in
you
jail,
grip me
brother.
up
Tracy,
in your
I'm not
little
putting
temper
you in jail.
rage thinking you're wrong, Ron.
You're wrong too for keep coming with me with the same thing over and over
Ron,
again.
because you don't solve a motherfucking problem.
And
I'm
we-
solving your problems.
Tracy,
I have to do
Tracy,
all
hello.
this.
What did we
And
talk
you want
about
to know
last night,
something?
Tracy? What did we talk about last
No,
night?
what we talked about?
What did we talk about yesterday?
Ron, eventually you have to do this on your own.
Then Tracy,
And you want to
stop.
know something? You're fucking afraid of success.
Oh,
you're
look how
afraid
violent we
to-
get. Look how violent we get. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Violent?
Let me back up.
Violet?
Let me back up off.
Oh, you see when it's quietly your turn.
Oh, no, I ain't
Oh, we
gonna
got a
do
whole different, but I'm going to show you
that. Oh, Tracy,
rather
do that.
than
Do that.
I can tell you.
Go ahead, show me.
Because you want to know something, Ron?
Show
You
me,
provoke
Tracy.
a lot of motherfucking shit.
I do, huh?
Oh yeah, and then you go like this.
Let me see. I get the one and say, you know
that,
what?
you know.
Oh my God, you know what?
Why don't you talk about
Today's
this shit
Saturday.
now?
Let me see. Today's
Talk about
Saturday.
it, Ron. Talk about how, okay, first it was 2 people, then it's fucking 3 people.
Let me see. Today's
Talk about,
Saturday.
Ron,
Let me
when you
see how I
sit there,
can
you see you
provoke
so
Tracy.
busy observing other
Let me
people's
see
shit
how- let me
that
see
you
how I
can't
can
stay
make
on the
Tracy
motherfucking
angry.
subject.
Let me see how I
Okay?
can just go
So
ahead and
let
do
me
this,
tell you this
Tracy.
how this is gonna go
Let me
down.
see how. Oh, I already see
Please.
how it's gonna go down.
Because
Let
you're
me see
full
how
of
it's gonna go
shit.
down. Thank you, Tracy.
And you're gonna keep pushing me, Ron.
I'm not pushing you. You're
Yes.
pushing me now.
No.
You're pushing me out the way. Because
No,
you think
Ron.
the only thing I live for is to provoke you.
Ron, this is your answer. This is your bullshit. This is your
Tracy,
shitty ass
You know
story.
what? I'm getting really.
Really? Push it, motherfucker, push it. There's the motherfucking mouse right there. Do it.
Tracy, what are you talking about?
Because, Ron,
I'm
you
not
play these
psychotic.
motherfucking
I'm
silent
not. I
coded
am
games.
not. I am
Oh,
not
like you know, I
psychotic,
don't do
Tracy.
this crazy shit.
Tracy, no,
I don't know what's going on, why she
No,
acts
Tracy.
like that.
No, Tracy, I
Oh,
don't.
because you want to know something? Oh, I would know why she does these things anyway. But, oh, when I
Tracy,
go to sleep, Ron.
Your mouth runs and going. You think you know
think-
these things?
No,
Tracy,
Ron, you be sitting setting
you get
people up.
Trace up.
You sit there and you
Tracy,
do little petty
Tracy,
shit,
Tracy.
knowing that they're going to get aggravated,
and then you use the
and
word
then you're going to
petty.
get upset.
Use the word petty? I'm
Yes.
glad you did, because exactly what this is right now is petty. You know why? Because
Let me tell you what's really fucked up about you is that you ain't got shit. How about that?
Hey, thank you. You finally
And
said
you
the
never
word.
had
Thank
shit,
you,
Ron.
Tracy. You know what that means?
No, it doesn't
You know
mean
what
a
that
damn
means?
thing.
Will
Get
you
off
stop,
of
will you
me.
stop hitting
Get
me?
off of
Will you
me.
stop hitting me?
Because you keep pushing me.
I ain't nobody pushing you. I said,
Ron,
thank you. I said,
no,
thank
you're
you.
not.
You go.
No, you're not.
I go like
No,
this.
you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Baby,
That's your
if
little-
I'm gonna trust me.
Ron,
Oh God, I'm
no.
not angry.
You see, you learn.
I'm not angry.
You learn to
You
think
are.
it. You thinking you learn
You're
how to
angry.
control that shit. No.
You're
I'm a
angry.
little loud with my shit.
Yes,
and you
you
don't
are.
like it.
Will you stop pointing? My mommy is dead. You don't have to keep pointing at me.
Do
letting
I
me
look
know.
like your mother? No. What happened,
Go
Ron?
get your coffee,
No,
Tracy.
get off of me.
Go get your coffee. Your mouth runs 24/7.
No, Ron. You
got
see, you don't even
turbocharged
realize
mouth. You got
I'm
a
talking about the
turbocharged mouth.
damn coffee,
We still
and you
talking
still
about
coming out with your mother, the war, and everything. All I asked you one damn question.
You didn't believe the answer.
You never said it, you lying ass motherfucker.
I'm a motherfucker. Yes, I am. Thank you very much for sharing.
You got that right, yeah.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, I like it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
know.
lion. I'm a lying stack of shit. I'm
No,
a
that's all you doing it again. You go by yes, you go back there all the time. No, you forgot the fact that you woke up one morning and said I'm LGBTQ. I'm bisexual. You can't make up your mind what kind. You don't even know what you got to do with mine.
You know how to smooth your shit. We know how to stir it. You might use your tongue. It might work.
I use my tongue for better things than how let me tell you, it works better than your shit.
Please enjoy that too.
No, that's what I'm talking about. You sit there and you throw slimy shit up. Oh, and there you go, you walk away, Ron. Instead of facing the fucking fact. This all could have been
You
avoided.
know what you just said? How many men do you know want to hear? And I deserve a lot of shit.
Ron,
I'm
no.
trying to talk to you, not yelling
There
at
you go again.
I'm trying to talk to you, not
There you
yelling.
go again.
I'm trying to talk to you.
No, you're not. You're not talking
at
to me.
you.
You're not talking to me. You talk to me when it's convenient. When you want to be heard for your stuff.
Oh, no,
But when
Tracy,
somebody's trying to
Tracy,
express something,
this like
Ron, I
Tracy
don't
said,
like when you
when
do
she
these
stood over me,
things.
you know what? What's the word? In essence, I give my power away, and that's exactly what I've done.
But you didn't give it to me.
Give it to me, give it to anybody else.
Yes, you did, Ron.
That's according to Tracy.
No, Ron, it ain't according to nobody. Because you know what? I was not the beginning of your problems, and I'm not going to be the end of your problems.
No, you won't.
Okay? It
No,
was
you
the
won't.
fact that I really sincerely tried to help.
Tracy,
but you lied to
you know
me.
what, Tracy, I'm
You
done,
lied to
I'm
me,
done about
Ron.
what I've done already, okay?
Yeah.
What do you want to do now? You want to go ahead and go Monday and go do
Excuse
your
me.
paperwork?
Ron, excuse me.
Yes, I am excused. I used to move
Okay.
out of the way, so you...
This is how you set up every damn thing.
Here
It
we
doesn't
go.
get
Here
better.
we go with the setup.
Right, because Ron,
I want to stop and just talk to my wife. 'Cause you
go ahead,
talking
Ron,
at-
talk.
Stop talking at me.
When you just couldn't admit, I used to.
Tracy!
Go ahead, Ron.
You don't know how to stop, period. You're talking about me in the word
Because
stop.
that hurts
You see
my-
what I mean? There
it
you
hurts.
Go. That's
It
why
hurts,
I can't talk
Ron.
to you. I can't
You
talk
couldn't.
to you. Tracy, shut up!
Go ahead, Ron.
Damn it!
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Good God Almighty. How does anybody ever, in the face of them, I feel sorry for it. If I'm not the worst thing that's ever happened to you, who the worst you've ever done to it with that mouth? Now, Tracy, for the goodness of everything in me, I was not born to be sabotaged or to be condemned or to be belittled or be demeaned or be called all these beautiful names you decided to address with me with this morning.
That's you calling your own self them names.
I came to my wife and said, listen, let's talk. It's not about me. Let's talk. Not talk at each other. That's one of our biggest problems, is fucking communication. Because you got a mouth that won't quit. And you said that in your own face. Once you get that thing risen, it's a wrap. You go on and on and on and on. You don't know when to shut up and stop. Just like sometimes I don't stop to think before I speak to you. Now, lady, woman, Tracy, wife, no one on the face of this planet, especially me, have the right, and in taking advantage of the right, to try to make you or belittle you when you come to your issues of mental health. Because if you want to be truthful and you want to be honest, then this is what you should have said about me when it comes to that. When you put yourself down there, I said, no, baby, that's not where you belong. Because other people put you there, other people want to stigmatize you. And I've said that on more times I can imagine, then you're going to turn around and tell me I'm going to do the same thing to you. No, I would never do that and say the same thing out of my face. Yes, I have lied about things. Yes, I have been deceptive.
But
Then Tracy, see, now I'm talking.
Okay.
There you go. I have done those things.
Right.
But
Right, please let me intercede, and I'm going to say one thing, and then I'm not going to say it no more.
There is one thing I will never do to
you. You don't want nobody.
Here we go.
Ron,
it's all about me.
There you go. Because
it's all
Ron.
about me. I'm trying to talk for the sake of trying to have some sanity with our conversation, not communication.
Let me tell you why
and
there's
you
no
sabotage
sanity.
what's coming for me about what I do.
Right.
And that makes it right.
Ron, two people wrong don't make nothing right.
Thank you. I can agree with that.
Yes, Ron. And the problem here, am I escalating?
No, Tracy,
no,
you did
I'm
already.
Not. No, Ron, because I got temper, I got anger management, I got conduct disorder, and guess what? You see your expression on your face?
Yeah, because you know what I got? You know
Ron,
what I got?
This is not about what you got, I got, they got, we got.
Us two together with what we got is dangerous.
Ron, and I said that to you.
And guess what?
In the beginning.
And guess what, Tracy?
And then you lie, you cheat.
See, there we go.
Because you do.
I was saying something. I knew you was going to take it over.
Ron.
I'm going to stop what I was saying before. Forget it. Go ahead, Tracy. Tell me about my lying and cheating and everything else.
Do you lie?
That's what he's going to make it right.
Let me just ask you.
Tracy, Tracy, I'm not even going to play this game.
Let me tell
Can I
you
say what I was going to say before?
Don't. Let me tell you what.
Everything
for you,
see,
Ron,
you
is a backwards ass
Tracy,
game.
Here it is.
All you had to do was say,
I used
coffee more
than I should have
scoop
in the first
coffee.
place.
Right.
Thank you, Tracy. Now can I get back to what I was saying before?
Ron.
Because this is so critical because you accused me of something I need to diffuse right now and I'm going to kill it.
There's no accusing. That's all in your mind, Ron. All you had to do was just simply say,
God.
Ron, look at you right now. Look at you.
Because your mouth, you're still talking.
You damn Skippy.
You said, Ron, I'm just going to say this and I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you finish talking. You didn't shut up yet.
I did. I shut up. I let you talk.
No, you didn't.
You make invalid statements. You make accusatory. Yes, you do. And when you make the accusatory statement.
Wait. But you don't.
Ron?
Do you?
You know you have spent the last time, these last 3 months.
Last 3 months. Now,
yes.
Now we're getting to the crush of something else. Go ahead.
Who are you? The psychologist? Are you Barry? Are you leaders? Or what? You know what? Because I'm not on that fucking battlefield. I'm on my own.
Thank God.
Right, Ron. Where are you
glad.
right now?
Right now, I'm on another battlefield.
I know you are.
And it's not between you and me.
It's never been because you know what? You never acknowledge me at any given point.
Shut it down and listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you because that's what your mouth says. Now get it back and I'm going to get to that battlefield part. So what I was trying to say before in a calm and very respectful and loving manner as opposed to what you coming at me with. Given all those things that you said about me and you rehashed again this morning.
You did that.
Tracy, let me tell you something. What I did was I compared coffee to sugar. I'll eat that all day. And I'll stick with that one inch because that was yesterday. I'm talking about right now. I'm trying to tell my wife, who has a hard time with a trust issue, which I respect and I understand. Cause
No,
I
you
crossed
don't,
that
Ron,
barrier.
because if you
I'm
did,
done. See what I mean?
Ron,
I was done on my
you see, what's the conversation?
There is
Ron,
no conversation. When you try
first
to tell me
of
what
all,
I'm feeling, when I'm trying
no,
to express
Ron,
something
I
to
can
you,
never tell you how you feel.
then you
I am
get down and let me
tired.
finish then.
Ron,
Tracy, you're tired.
do you just want to rattle off whatever you go ahead,
You
Ron.
know what I want to do, Tracy?
You can't
You know
make
what I wanna
invalid
do?
statements
You know what I
while
wanna
you're
rattle
making while talking, and you're putting this invalid statement on another person and think they're not going to comment.
Invalid statement?
Yes, Ron.
Then how about
Can
this,
you
darling?
stick with the subject and
How
talk about
this?
you?
How about this? I'm gonna talk about no.
And don't put me in it. Don't
Then
even
stay
say
and
a
keep-
you. I'm
and
tired
keep-
of the I, you, me. So stick with you. Don't pick up no Bible or no nothing. Talk about you.
There's nothing to talk about me. I'm a liar. I deceived you. And what else, Tracy? I mean, everybody else in here knows.
There's your I, you, me again.
Yep.
That's the I, you, me.
I'm
Ron,
a liar. I'm a deceiver. I just wake up every morning, every day to put you through pain and anger because I get joy out of it according to what I have heard. Now, with that being said...
Now, how can anybody tell you? See, this is what I'm talking about.
Tracy,
I heard.
What did you just
Look,
say this morning?
You went, I heard. Who
What
the
did you
hell
say?
told you anything
What?
like that?
Tracy, what did you say this morning?
Ron, you're making an invalid
What did you
statement.
say this morning?
I said to you
What
right
did you say
now,
this morning?
one very simple
What did you say
thing.
this morning? You came this way from
I
over
said,
here?
Ron, what happened to the damn ass coffee?
No, that wasn't what you said. That's
Yes,
not
it
what I'm
was.
talking about. I said, Tracy.
Ron, you're lying again.
I said, Tracy.
You're coming up with the
Tracy,
sugar.
Tracy, you said specifically, because I made a comment. I said, here we go again.
Ron,
I said, now the coffee's
you
coming
the
up in
Twilight
your
Zone.
Oh, where was you? I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'd rather be in the Twilight Zone than to be arguing with you because it's not productive. I'd rather be in the Twilight Zone than to have you angry with me because it's not productive. I'd rather
Ron,
be
can
in the
you
Twilight
just stick
Zone.
with the one subject?
I'd rather be in the Twilight Zone.
All I asked you
Tracy,
to
I'm
do-
done with the coffee because
No,
you
you're not
told-
done with the
you already
coffee.
called me a
That's
liar.
what the whole thing was
You
all
already
about.
called Tracy.
All I asked you.
See what I mean?
Yes,
This is
Ron.
what she knows how to do because once you get going, you just don't know how to stop.
Because
And-
you
and
can't
what you
stick
do-
with one damn
Tracy,
subject.
I don't even want to talk
came
about
to
the
you
coffee
with
no
one
more.
thing.
I don't even want to talk about the coffee. I, just
I
wanna
know
talk
you
about-
don't because
you know
if you
what?
want to know,
I did it.
you don't see
I
your
did it.
issue as
I
the
did it.
fucking coffee.
I did it.
You went with everything else
I
with the
did it.
sugar,
Did it.
the
No,
doggone
Tracy,
in the
Tracy.
service.
Listen, Tracy.
Yeah, no, this
Listen
is
to
you.
Tracy.
You
know
went with
why?
the sugar,
You know why? You
and
know
all
why?
I asked.
Because you bring back the trauma like I bring back yours, but I don't do it on purpose like you don't do it on purpose.
Well,
And I know
Ron,
you
when does
don't.
it stop?
It
Because
stops
you
when
want
you-
to. I tried to go to bed with
I'm
loving, kind words
I'm trying
and
to- I'm trying to-
encouragement,
I'm trying to
and
get
I
the
wake
answer.
up with this shit.
Tracy, I'm trying to. The problem is, Tracy, you want some, oh God, I'm going to say for this, God, please forgive me. You don't know, when you get angry, you go on and on, you go. I mean, you go in. You don't need a weapon. You don't need a gun. You don't need a knife. You just need that on the front of your face.
Ron,
And I'm going,
that's what you need
I'm going
to
like
stop
this.
the bullshit.
I'm going like this.
You
Wait
need
a
to
minute.
articulate.
Oh God,
Ron.
here we go again. You.
Right, you.
And I can say you too, but I
need
don't
to
want to use that you statement because that you
what
statement.
you're going through.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm going
Instead
through.
of lying
Here we go again.
about
Ron,
the simple things.
Ron is just, you know.
You know what?
everything
So
he
what
just-
in the morning?
He's just, you know, he's just a liar. He just lies about breathing. He lies about pissing. He lies about shitting. He lies about eating. He lies
Ron,
about seeing.
that's
He
the-
lies about
that's
hearing.
the
He just lies about-
egocentric part of
Tracy,
you.
No, you know what it is? It's a
I
part of me that's
asked you-
tired.
Ron,
I'm tired of being called a liar when I'm
Ron,
not
because
lying.
you are lying.
Thank you,
I asked
Tracy.
one
Thank you,
simple.
Tracy.
Ron, stop.
Tracy, yeah,
There you
I'm-
go. That's
I'm
your
tired.
answer.
My
That's
answer-
why you
but
don't
you know
get the
why?
help you need.
You
You
know the
go
help
blah
I
blah
need?
blah blah blah
My
blah blah
help
blah.
is-
You don't want nobody to tell you
know what
anything
it is?
different.
You know what
You
it
don't
is?
want nobody to intercede on your
Tracy,
conversation. You
intercede.
large and in charge. But
No,
when it
Tracy,
comes to me,
Tracy.
no, you are not going to make an invalid statement, keep on talking, and think that that's the way that answer's supposed to go. Hell no.
Are you
I
done?
learned the hard fucking way.
And how'd
You
you get
will
there?
not make
How'd you
invalid
get
statements.
there? How'd you get there?
Ron,
Hard
if
work.
you open your motherfucking mouth and say, I
wish you would
don't
stop.
like it,
I wish
I'm
you'd stop.
tired.
Tracy.
And you get the nerve
Tracy,
after the fact,
Tracy,
and you start that little bit.
Tracy.
It's called,
Tracy.
Ron,
Tracy,
you're the one who
Tracy,
had a self-esteem
Tracy,
issue.
Tracy,
And I tried to work with
Tracy,
you, but you
Tracy,
turned everything
Tracy,
around that was beautiful,
Tracy,
and you made
Tracy,
it fucking nasty.
Tracy,
You made it
Tracy,
ugly. You made it
Tracy,
horrible.
Tracy,
And then just like you do it right now.
Tracy,
So here, let me give it back to you in return.
Tracy.
Ron,
Tracy.
Now,
Tracy,
Mr. Leadus,
Tracy,
I like to know what
Tracy,
seems to be going on with your
Tracy,
issues, because you still think you're on the
Tracy,
field right now?
Tracy, are you finished? Are you just starting again? Because I like to finish what I started with my wife, not the other person. You sure? All of that 15 minutes, and I could have killed it all in 2 minutes. But I'm going to have to take maybe 10 minutes now. Getting back to what I was trying to express to you before, because this is so critical, it's unbelievable. But it is critical, it's livable, and it's doable. And I see it and I hear it. I'm getting sick and tired of my wife telling me, oh, well, you know what? You don't see me, you don't hear me. And I make this statement, and it is valid. I said, Tracy, I see and hear more than you think. Just because I don't comment doesn't mean I'm ignoring you or that I didn't hear you. I told you, there's come to a point, and I said it expressly and I said it very clearly. The environment that I come from, and we ain't talking about Tracy at this moment because I want to let you know exactly how I feel, because that's important that I articulate that. So here's how I feel. When it comes to an environment where people is doing this all the time, this is all they know how to do. They don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to communicate. The only thing that they know how to communicate is screaming and yelling and cussing at each other, demeaning each other, saying things that are not true, and even saying things that are true. It's not what they say, it's how they say it. That's the environment I came from. I'm not talking about yours, but I know about yours. That's where I come from. So yes, Tracy, it gets to a point where you might start out on the right track about something that's very valid, that's very meaningful, and I can get that. The energy that comes afterward is when, oh no, you're right, there's something I don't want to hear. Because who wants to hear somebody tell them? I don't know any human being unless there's something really wrong with them, and even you won't accept that, an invalid statement. That'll sit there and let somebody demean them. Let somebody criticize them. Let somebody attack them. Whether they're right or wrong. Because I just got finished reading in that Bible last night and that Bible yesterday and that book yesterday about how people like to sit in the seat of judgment. And then when I went to church last Sunday, that was part of the sermon. And I heard it out of my beautiful wife's mouth about holier than thou people. Now, we're not none of those people. And we have to be very careful about what we say about another person's character or being in the seat of judgment. I'm not saying you do that. But damn it, baby, you come really close. But I know that's not part of your character. That's not you.
Excuse me.
That's
May I
not
say
you.
something? I'm raising my hand.
Why? You want to take another half hour?
No. The reason why I refuse, because you see, I have this issue that says no longer am I ever going to give anybody control or attack my self-esteem or belittle me or think that just because I am a female or any of the above
Come on.
issues.
What else? One more thing. Please say it. What
I
else?
refuse to not speak up because I'm not going to be a victim of yesterday anymore. I am going to diffuse. I am going to speak my truth.
Wow.
And you want to know something?
Wow.
If I don't, then I am allowing the bullshit, excuse my French, to continue.
Oh, please do. You call me a motherfucker, keep it going.
The only reason why I apologize, I use profanity because I'm not going to let nobody 6 feet any male egotistical bullshit.
Here we go.
No, Ron, I'm not speaking in reference to you.
I'm talking about, I said a minute and she's going on
No,
and on.
I'm not going on. I said, I'm going to speak what I have to say and let you know. I'm not going to let nobody ever do that to me ever again.
I respect you for that. Now, you just validated something I said about you. I was trying to keep you primarily away from that conversation, but I'm glad you said what you said because you just validated something I've been saying about you for the longest time. And this is what gets me twisted. When I tell you, in the face of everything that I have done and I have been, for you to look at me in such a way that you can say the words, Ron, you attack my mental health. And I'm the person that's telling you, and you told me out of your own face, no, baby, you're not down there. And when I say that, I mean that, because you know what? A stigma is what it is. I have a stigma. When I first came out of my mother's womb, I had a stigma. Dark skin, African American, black, whatever you want to call me. Born in an era where there was no voting rights. Blacks weren't allowed to vote. I was alive, and I was alive to be able to see it happen. Part of history is within me. I've seen so much. Then the same people who didn't want me to be part of society, go fight for us so you can save our freedom, so we can continue to denigrate you and your kind. So you're absolutely right, Tracy. I grew up in an era where there was no rights. I grew up in an era where the rights had to come through either crime or through vocation or through education, when a lot of those doors were closed. So I grew up with an era of arrogance. Do this my damn self. Fuck you, white man. Fuck you, next door neighbor. Oh, because your son went to college and now you're better than we are, and you're saying you're still the same skin color as me. You forgot where you came from, the struggles that you had. So I do have issues.
Excuse me.
But I'd like to finish the statement before you talk about I made an invalid statement.
Please?
Here we go.
I'm in class and I'm okay.
No, you're not in class, Tracy.
Yeah.
This ain't no class.
May I say something?
Tracy,
please?
Tracy, you say whatever you want to say whenever you want to
If
say.
I kept living that way.
Yes, Tracy. Please go ahead and tell me how I could have come up about that.
No, Ron. It's not about that. Can I finish this sentence?
Yes, please do, Tracy.
If I live for the anger and the bitterness,
yes.
do you know what that does to me personally?
What does it do to you
it
personally?
It makes me
Tracy?
sick.
Yes, it does.
And I can't. Yes, it does. It makes me sick. And it makes me sick that I have to take medication that drugs me up. That I gotta go crawl and all I want to sleep all day, smoke cigarettes, and go to groups and say, okay, and ride the retard van. But you see, I decided that how can there be a creator that as beautiful as he is, that created all these beautiful things? Because you want to know something? Me personally, I cannot change hate crimes. I personally can't change the Ku Klux Klan. Okay? They are what they are, and they're supposed to be who they are. So you want to know something?
Of course, Tracy.
And I'm just going to say this for gratification.
Gratification?
Yes, gratification, because it's a lot of people out there bitter. But when I come home, I want peace of mind. I like to escape the nasty and ugliness. So you know what? I made a conscious decision. You know what? I'm going to serve a God greater than my pain. And when I learn my coping skills, it's not about you. It's about me trying to be well. So when I face people, I don't have to face them with the anger and the bitterness.
That's good, Tracy.
Let me tell you why. Because everybody hurts one way or the other. And if I continue to look at the ugly things of yesterday, I wouldn't want to open my eyes either.
Wow. It's amazing you made that statement. Continue.
That's why all that anger and bitterness and resentment, it makes me...
You said
weak.
sick, right?
No, it makes me weak. It makes me weak.
So it makes you sick and it makes you weak. What else? I mean, you got the conversation. Now go ahead. I'm going to stop talking.
Ron, when I came in this world, I'm a female.
Yeah.
And I'm targeted for a lot of life's bullshit. Can I just say it for what it is?
Exactly what is it that you're targeted with life's bullshit, Tracy?
Life bullshit says I'm targeted as a female because this is a man's world. Well, I'm not a man. I'm targeted because I'm left-handed. I'm viewed as a witch or unaccepted because I'm left-handed. This is a right-handed world. You know, I'm targeted because either you're a leader or a follower, you're a driver or you're not. It's one way or the other continuously. So you know what? The madness has to stop. You see, the outside world can be cruel no matter what. So do I wake up and endure you know what? So I said, I have to. The outside world is the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
The outside world. Because I'm not going to ever change my skin color. I don't have the money like Michael Jackson to do all those wonderful things. Mm-hmm. And my name ain't Bow Wow where I can walk around, or Madonna where I can show my tits and wear my pants halfway off my ass. I can only be me. And I have to accept me for me. My wide nose, my light skin color, the hair that's fine that breaks out, my flat feet that says you're not welcome. And my hips that says you want to know something, baby, I like that, but all you will always be to me is a piece of ass. So you want to know something, Ron? Or the people who look at me from a family who come big-breasted people and say, what does Tyler Tit come from? So you want to know something? The accusations, the victimization, the crimes, all that, that's outside. When I come home, when I come home, I want to love me for me. I want to appreciate me for me. Mm-hmm. And you want to know something? My colors don't strike. My colors don't change. Okay, my attitude is up in the air because it can get, only because I refuse. I'm not going to let dark skin, light skin, white person know. I can't keep going around being bitter about it. Because technically speaking, ain't no black person helped me. Mm-mm. It was a white person who gave me my first job. And you want to know something? I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
You know what? You just took over. I like that.
No, I didn't take over, Ron. I just politely raised my hand and tried to interrupt.
But no, you did, big time.
I have to, because life is ugly. Life is very ugly. And if I keep all that ugly stuff in my head, it makes me hurt even more than I could ever. It makes me bitter and I get sick. It causes me health conditions, that I can't even breathe. But another white person or an Indian person, no matter what person crossed my path that hurt me or treat me well or whatever, you want to know something? I'm going to value that one little incident and keep moving forward. Because if I keep looking at all those people who done me wrong, I can't move forward. If my fist is always closed, it'll never be open to receive for other things. If I keep that bitter, nasty, I'll never be able to look at a white person in their eyes and say thank you. So when does the bitterness, the ugliness, look, Ron, I didn't marry you because you're black, male.
Tracy.
I married you for the human being. You know what, Ron? You're a beautiful person. I'm going to tell you why.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh because when I had the thing come out of your mouth, that's like night and day. What? I mean, you're one of the few people in my life that come out of your mouth with that.
Because you know why? Anytime
it's hard to believe. It really is.
Let me tell you why it's hard to believe. Because you keep seeing the bitterness and the ugliness. I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to bring it out for what it all is. I said, Ron.
Ask me for why I find it hard to believe before you answer.
Ron, no. I'm going to say what I'm going to continue to say. And I want you to hear me and hear me well.
I'm going to.
It was a reason why I said to you in the beginning, and I'll say it to the day I close my eyes. If you don't recognize your achievements and the things that make you go forward, or incidents as measurable tools, even like when we took the class, do you realize, Ron, you forget These things we've accomplished together. Yes,
forgot.
Ron, you forgot. You forgot the path that we originally picked out.
I spoke on that path yesterday
Yes,
and the day
you
before,
did.
and you forgot and you thrown it in my
But look
face
how
again.
long it's been since you
Good God,
brought
man,
that
see
conversation
what I
up.
mean? This is what I mean. This is
Ron,
why I say you take a step forward and you come back to this. And
I did not. I'm bringing it forward and I'm taking you with me. And that's the part, Ron, that I scream and holler.
So with this
Because when
beautiful-
I'm trying to move forward, you want to talk about yesterday. And you get angry with yesterday. You get bitter. Because I woke up with one thing on my mind. Damn it, where the hell did the coffee go?
Yes, you did.
And you went with the sugar.
Oh,
And I said, I'm not even going to go there today. But I got angry. Because I'm not going to let, and I will scream to the top of my lungs. I'm not trying to deal with yesterday.
God, I wish that was true. I really do.
But if you attack me mentally, oh, you going to get full throttle. So right now, Ron, I'm going to apologize to you.
Why? What did you do?
Because I'm going to say it again. If anybody at any given point tried any form of fashion to attack my mental health,
they have a problem with
they
me.
got a major fucking problem on their hand because I'm going to scream like I've never screamed out.
Tracy, they would have a problem with me. That's why I said when you accusing it, that's a murder charge, as far as I'm concerned. And
that's your opinion, Ron.
Tracy, then let me finish
right
my conversation.
Now, this is our home.
Tracy.
And I'm not trying to get loud. All I want to do was love my husband for today.
All I want is my wife to love me. If she stopped talking and let me finish there, so I can get this off my chest.
I don't want to be a victim, Ron, of yesterday.
And neither do I.
Okay.
How about that?
So it was nice of you to share with me.
I didn't share anything.
After all this long,
no,
but after all this long time, when I kept asking you, Ron, are you having a problem with your hearing? Now you want to speak.
Tracy.
After all that screaming and
Tracy,
hollering, are you aware that you just now letting
Tracy.
me know that that's affecting your hearing now?
Tracy.
There's a lot that you're angry about.
Tracy, can I finish speaking now?
Yes, you can.
You have validated your position, and I appreciate that. And with that validation, this is what comes along with it, to show you that I've listened. You see, that's why you can never, ever tell me, Ron, don't put me on a pedestal. And you're right. I'm not putting you on the pedestal any more than you want to be on the pedestal. But I am going to always speak my truth when it comes to the type of character that you have and the kind of person that you are. That's why it bewilders me to see a night and day complex with you. It's not a switch. It's not a switch you have.
Ron, these very same characters.
There we go.
No, Ron.
I'm going to let you take over. Go ahead.
No, it's not taking over. Because you're doing it again. All I want you to know, whatever I possess far as character, so do you. But you gotta let yesterday go. You gotta learn to forgive you. And I have tried everything possibly to help you.
You did.
See.
You did. You made a
Let
statement.
It go.
Don't you dare tell me that, because you just opened up the door to something that you told me yesterday. You said, Ron,
stop writing.
Oh, baby, this is one that you gave me all your own. It's something that had to do with forgiving myself. And yes. I wrote it down because I'm answering all of these. Because you challenged me.
I'm sorry, Ron, that I have to challenge you. I have to go head to head with you. I'm so sorry.
Can you finish? Can you let me finish? You challenged me, and I'm not mad about that. I'm glad that you challenged me. Because had you not challenged me, then I wouldn't be able to answer the question the way I did. Now it's going to make me a liar because I know I wouldn't.
No, Ron. I just want you to implement these things and solve your problems and move forward. And I see you're struggling with this, and I'm tired. You know, it's a hard position to be loving you and then work with you and see that you're hurting. That I can do this for everybody else, but my journey is my journey. So when you pick me and put me someplace else, Ron, I can't allow that to take place. That is what keeps me humble. I don't mind that bottom position.
Can I finish now?
Yes, you
'Cause I'm
can.
now I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
Tracy, you know, we're all entitled to our feelings. I understand that and I respect that. But we're both two very opinionated people too. And this is not an opinion that I'm offering. This is an insight that I've been allowed to see come from you that is beneficial to anyone who's willing to, who wants to be open to find a different means or a different approach to finding out who they are. Do you know how many real people in my life I can mention that really sat down with me and tell me things about themselves they wouldn't tell anyone else because they wouldn't understand, or they're just not about it, or they don't want to hear it. But their stories has such an impact. Their experiences have such an impact on me that I, whoa. And see, that's just something you just don't sweep under the rug or you just put in the background and say, okay, nice, thanks, I enjoyed your story, I'll see you later. I can't take things like that on the face of it, or on the side of it, because to do that would be a disservice not only to you, but to anything I can glean from it. You see, when you said that I'm a beautiful person, I had to laugh because, not because I think you know, considering the fact that some things come out of your face, you know, contrary to that. So with that being said, it confuses me, which one do you see? Is it just at that moment you see that person, and then now you see this other person to me? Or is it something that's there all the time, but it's clouded over by anger, or clouded over even by my own bullshit? But does that person still exist each and every single solitary time? This is a thought that came to my mind. So you're right. I carry a lot of bitterness and resentfulness. But today, I had to give you something, to give you an idea that I don't have the notion, I don't have the energy, I don't have the inclination, I don't have time to sit here and formulate ways that I can diminish your mental health or you on that level. Because, like I said, that's a murder sentence. And I would virtue in God is my witness. I would virtually put somebody in the hospital if they attack your mental health. I've done a lot of things, but I'm not going to do that. I don't care what it looks like on the surface. Ask me before you make that accusation, because that's a dangerous one. I've said it before and I meant it. I will never do that. You can take my character all you want, but that's what you do. You're good at it when you're angry. But when do we stop? I like stopping, and I shut down. I told you. I have a habit, when I feel it's too much, I will shut down, because if I don't shut down, then the things that I've been holding down, like my anger, do not allow it to permeate, because it doesn't solve anything. I've been really good at that. Yeah, I slammed the door here and there. I didn't say I was there yet, but I'm getting there. Because if you notice, I didn't yell at you this morning, oh, this cussing you did at me, and motherfuck this, and motherfuck you that, and you'll bitch you a lie, all this stuff you talk. I didn't yell at you.
Ron, I'd rather you do yell than suppress those kind of ugly feelings that you're feeling.
Let me finish with
Okay.
what I'm feeling.
Go ahead, Ron.
Okay?
Yes,
Let
go
me finish
ahead.
with what I'm feeling. You see, change for me is from that. But I have to be able to mediate. I have to find a balance where I can not so much control that, but let that be a part of me without having that become the part of me, which is what it was before. Because my anger caused an action to happen before anything passed these lips. So that's how important it is for me to have a balance with that and still find what it is I need inside of me to come alive. That's more important. That takes more precedence. That can actually lead the life that I know, whatever purpose he has in store for me, to achieve. I can't do it through anger. Ron. So yes, me raising my voice
Well, you thought you
I-
were suppressing it.
Tracy,
Ron-
I just got finished saying, I have not arrived on that completely. That
Ron,
is a
so you
work in
need, I
progress.
see, but Ron, I'm trying to explain something to you. Remember when I said to you that
I
how do
think
you get a
broke
hold
off
of a temper that's explosive? By the time, they say, well, count from 0 to 5. I said, well, I ain't even got to say 0 because I've already done it. So it took me a lot of work. And let me explain work. Okay? So they deliberately provoked me to a point so they could see just how bad the temper was. And I cried that whole time because I didn't want to let it out. But you see, anger is for a reason. Anger is what makes you fight or flight. Anger also has it's the most powerful emotion, but fear is the one that will actually make you change.
That's
And
right.
you see, when you understand just how powerful those two words are, then you need to know what motives and intentions. Okay? You see, you can't move on. Well, now let me explain how you hurt my feelings. Verse, I will fuck you up. You keep doing it. And I had to understand, first of all, in order for me to go up there, okay, that tension is all up in my heart up here. I'm feeling this. My skin is beginning to boil. My fist is tightening up. So I had to first recognize those other signs. When my nose gets to flare because I can't hear it. Or I can't. And then that's when I learned to say, okay, and that was a hard pill to swallow. But Ryan, somewhere down the line, you got to understand what also took place prior to that. And when you back things up in slow motion to see what happens and where it's going and what's the provoking, or remember I talked to you yesterday about branches?
Mhm.
The tree part will always be the tree. The stump will always be the stump. And the roots will always be the roots. The only thing that changes that is when lightning hits that tree and the tree falls over. Then it affects the trunk, but it still didn't touch the roots, did it? You just knocked it over. And when I learned to understand what's in my roots, does not have to define my trunk. And what I put out as those extensions of my arms don't have to be the branches of my anger and my temperament. Okay? And I ain't got to have a feeling or emotional about nothing. Because you know what? I'm not standing on that anger. I'm not standing on that emotion. I stand on love. And that's what I was trying to show you.
Can I interrupt you now?
Ron, open your eyes and see what I'm saying.
Right now my nose is burning. That's why my eyes are. I'm trying to get to this moment. Don't concentrate on my eyes being open and closed. That's irrelevant for me right now.
But it's irrelevant for me, or irrelevant.
You
is irrelevant to me.
You just mentioned two things, and I listened to you intently, because this is where I get confused again.
Don't be, because you got
Tracy,
to let that anger
Tracy, can I say what I'm getting
out
ready to say? Because
slowly.
I don't think you know where I'm getting ready to go with this.
Go ahead, Ron.
You mentioned the words fear and anger. And,
Yes.
And the parts they can play in your life. How fear can be a motivator. And you're absolutely and positively correct about that. And when you was mentioning the fear being a motivator and how anger is another emotion that can do good. And I've read it even in some of the material how anger can be used for good purposes. I never doubted that. I never denied.
You've never tried putting it into.
She's not letting me finish. God, can I finish the sentence?
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Because you're getting ready to tell me what I've never done.
I'm not telling you what you've never done.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, when they had to put that experiment on you to test you for your anger, that had to have been something that was significant, that had an impact on you. For you to speak the way you just did about anger. And I appreciate that. I'm smiling because you also said you can't go back to yesterday, but sometimes you have to dig something out that proves just a point, like you've done this morning, going back to yesterday to prove a point. But I'm going to do it for a completely different purpose. You remember, and I told you, when they drafted me and said, you're going to war, and I told you my mother's reaction. And
Ron, what was your mom's reaction?
you remember what I told you?
Ron, refresh my memory so I can stay focused on what you're saying.
First off, she made a statement. She said, you come back. You make sure you come back. And because she made that statement, and I looked at her body language, and she was saying it.
What was her body language saying to you? Her body language
was she didn't want me to go. And she had this fear in her that I was not coming back. Because we read so much about how many deaths was occurring in Vietnam on a daily basis.
Where'd you read that at?
But understand this.
No, Ron, I need
Tracy,
to please, Ron, I need to understand.
It was in the news, in the newspapers.
Okay,
so all the media, whatever media there was, you knew about it.
Okay,
but
so
also,
you saw that.
So also, the other part of it was, and this is what really got it, they did a breakdown of black soldiers, how many deaths there were with them. Years later, it was found out that, I'm not trying to get away from the subject, that the reason why there was the percentage of black soldiers being killed in Vietnam was because they were put to the front line first. They were expendable. So with this being said, I see all of this with the information I had in my head. With the information that she's seen at that point. And that was just the information at that point, and it was enough. So I had to fear. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I hadn't gone to boot camp yet. I didn't know what they was going to instill in me. I didn't know if I was going to be ready for that.
You can't
but
be ready.
They didn't instill anger in me. What they did was, the training was about coping with the fear or dissipating the fear altogether, because fear can get you killed too.
Yes, it can.
So,
Ron, I need you to stop right there. And I want you to understand that's a skill of training.
really?
The difference between a skill for training and coping skills for life on life terms are the same thing.
Really?
Yes. And the reason why I'm saying to you, when you walk out that door, do you know what you're walking into?
Nope.
There's still another fear out there. It's another comfort when you come in. But when either one of those things are being violated, one way or the other, from the outside or internal, the same thing is still at there. The word fear, anger. The question of it always will be, survive. And I'm going to explain to you.
She took over again.
No, I'm not taking over. Ron, you're not getting distracted.
Oh, boy.
Do you know why I stop you?
Why did you stop me, Tracy? Because it seems like I'm on a good road and I'm making sense about something because I'm expressing my feelings. Then you stop me from expressing my feelings to tell me something about my feelings, which is appreciable. But it stops me from getting the feelings out, which is what I need to do. But you can tell
Ron,
me.
do you know why I kind of like stop you?
Why, Tracy?
Ron, when you are trying, and I want you to hear this, when you are trying to make out or get out your complete feelings, it's not your feelings that you end up talking about.
Really? Whose feelings are you talking about, Tracy?
Ron, just like you intercede with my mom. Your mom goes to the babysitter, and a whole lot more other stuff. Ron?
Are you talking about my mother?
Yes.
So what does my mother has to do? Go ahead, continue.
And did you hear what you just now said?
I know
what did my mother have to do with the conversation? This is you.
With what you're saying now.
This is all you, Ron.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I eat that all
now,
day. Yes.
That association that you just did with your mom.
Yes.
It's like the branches up the tree.
Please explain.
Okay, I can't.
Thank you, because I
could, but I'm not going to.
I think I can explain.
What was this subject about in the beginning?
Me getting my feelings out. And
no.
Me being able to.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
This is what I'm talking about, exactly. Because
do you know why, Ryan?
Why do you do this? I hate that with a passion.
You know why?
It's not
that is for your therapist. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Ron.
That I agree with. That is for my
And I'm going to tell you why. Certain things have to be for your therapist. Because, okay, Ron, what time did I get up this morning?
You got up at 7:07.
I believe I got up at 6 something.
7:07.
About